So we're gonna react to this hero spotlight, see what's good, and whether or not this guy is gonna return to the meta. I hope so, you know, because I like Grock a lot. And I'm really glad that when they revamped him, they didn't do the Belleric thing where they just like completely changed how he looks. I like that he's cooler, but at the same time still maintains the sort of like design schema, and he's still kind of cute. So let's have a look. Right? Let me just...
Hello everyone! We're excited to introduce our latest hero revamp.
I really like his updated design actually. He's cool, but he's still cute.
Is no longer dependent
My
on
god,
being
he's
near
massive!
walls, and he can activate control immunity as soon as he casts a
Whoa!
skill.
Yo!
Him to
What's all
skillfully
this?
avoid enemy CC while dishing out his own.
Wow, he looks awesome! Also, he's fudging massive! Damn!
Fortress Titan, Grock. Passive, Bastion of Stone.
Wow.
Grock's passive skill has been completely revamped. This mountain of a hero has become a true fortress.
Okay, so what does this
control
do?
immunity when casting any skill.
Any skill? So this depends on how long his skill animations are, right? So like, any skill, see that much CC, that's crazy. Dude, a lot of heroes become meta just because they have like some CC immunity. So if he gets CC immunity naturally from any skill cast, that's insane. And it depends on how long his skill casts are, because we know how recently Arlet got a revamp so that he's CC immune during his ult, but final slash happens very quickly, right? So the CC immunity doesn't last for very long. So it depends on how long Grock's new skill animations are, because the longer their animation, the better he becomes, because he's just immune longer.
Grock's passive allows him to absorb energy from nature. When this energy is full, Grock gains a shield equal to his max HP and enhances his next basic...
I'm gonna assume that it is not equal to his max HP, because that would mean that his health would double. I'm going to assume they mean equal to a percentage of his max HP, because that is clearly not a second HP bar. Enhances next
attack to deal physical damage based on the
max HP damage. You can damage Grock. You can really damage Grock. Holy shit. What the fudge?
target's max HP. When near a wall, Grock will gain additional energy. Grock also gains control immunity while casting skills and extra physical defense when the shield is active.
Oh man, he's going to be
First
strong.
Skill, Mighty Swing.
Wow, that's big.
We've reworked Grock's first skill. Grock's first skill no longer requires charging up, making it much more flexible in battle.
I kind of liked charging it up. I felt like it added a bit of strategy to it, but this looks cool. So it does damage, and it's a big knockback.
Grock swings with tremendous force, dealing physical damage and knocking enemies back.
So it looks like the CC immunity is not very long, but it's a notable bit of time, and it's very easy to do because you just press the skill. I also see down here that the skill cooldown is about 6 seconds. I don't know if they have CDR on this, but 6 seconds is very manageable for a skill that does this much, right? This is a really big pushback.
Enemies that hit a wall will be knocked airborne.
Why? Why are they knocked airborne? I don't think that's how physics works. They shouldn't be knocked airborne when they hit a wall. They should just be stunned real hard. Why are they airborne? Holy shit. Badang synergy. Badang Guinevere synergy. Okay.
And take extra physical damage based on their max
Also max HP damage. Are you insane?
HP. Second skill, Earthen Rampart.
Ooh.
Grock's second skill has seen some adjustments, including a larger hit area. Grock creates a stone wall at a target location, knocking back enemies in range and blocking their path. The smart cast for the second skill now prioritizes targeting behind enemy heroes,
Ooh.
making it easier to quickly block their retreat.
That's actually really nice if the smart cast targets like behind the hero. That makes Grock easier to play. So the wall is thicker, But I think it's still thin enough that most heroes can dash through it. I don't think this really changes too much about like whether you can dash through the wall. But it is no longer a projectile. Notice that, right guys? It is not a projectile. So Lolita cannot reflect it. Alright? So that is one big thing. It just appears where it is. So you can still block minion waves, but it is no longer blocked by abilities that would block projectiles.
Ultimate Tectonic Charge. Grock charges in the target direction, dealing physical damage to enemies in his path.
Okay.
If he collides with terrain...
So, okay, wait. He doesn't knock up anymore. You see that? He no longer airbornes from his ult. He airbornes from his skill 1 colliding with a wall. Okay.
Dealing physical damage to enemies in his path. If he collides with terrain, the impact creates a shockwave that deals physical damage at...
Yeah, so the airborne comes from the... This is huge! That's a huge fudging AoE.
Knocks nearby enemies airborne.
Can he jungle? I feel like he can jungle.
Use Grock's second skill to knock the enemy toward him, then use his first skill to slam them into the wall. Use his ultimate.
Oh my god, he just yeets you. Hold on, I need to look at that animation because Grock just slaps Zilong in the ass. It's like being hit by your mom with a slipper.
Then use his first skill to slam them into the wall. Use his ultimate to charge into the wall and knock them airborne again and finish the job with basic attacks. In teamfights, initiate with Grock's second skill to trap the enemies, then charge into the wall with his ultimate. While the enemies are airborne, find a good angle to slam them into the wall with his first skill and send them airborne again. Then finish up with basic attacks.
100% meta. 100% he is meta.
And can combo his skills to chain CC the enemy.
This is so much CC. So much CC immunity. Max HP damage. Airborne.
Upgrade Grock's first skill.
He is good.
And continue to prioritize.
And I think he's flexible too. He's obviously meant to be played a roam. But I can see him being a really good EXP laner. And I'm going to test this when he comes out, but I feel like he might be able to jungle. He looks like he can jungle.
Rating it as his main source of damage. With good placement, Grock's second skill can knock enemies into him, and followed up with his first
I
skill
like him.
For a
I want to play him. Oh my god.
We recommend the tank emblem with Firmness, Wilderness Blessing, and Concussive Blast.
Concussive Blast makes sense.
Firmness adds a bit of defense.
You definitely want Concussive Blast as a roamer.
Wilderness Blessing provides
you could probably do it as EXP too, but I think his wave clear is already pretty good.
Concussive Blast increases Grock's
so you might be able to go Brave Smite.
His lane presence.
Lethal Ignition Grock. Damage Lethal Ignition Grock. I want to test that.
We recommend this build for Grock to enhance both his survivability and shield strength. Oracle is Grock's core equipment, providing cooldown reduction and bigger shields from his passive to boost his survivability in the early game. Dominance Ice reduces enemy healing
Grock Guinevere is actually going to be a really strong combo.
Speed to enhance his map presence and roaming potential. For the mid-game, build Antique Cuirass and Blade Armor for more survivability and combat effectiveness.
Typical tank build.
Athena's shield in the late game to deal with magic damage.
Old damage Grock build would be like Heptases into like Blade of Despair.
We recommend the Flicker battle spell for Grock. Grock can use Flicker to adjust the angle of his first skill. And with his ultimate
I see that.
To catch the
I see that. Yeah.
Vengeance is another option for Grock for even more survivability.
Dude, his skill 1 cooldown is actually very... Okay, hold on. His skill 1 cooldown is actually pretty low once you get CDR too. Like, I see that cooldown. It's like, what, 4? No, 4 seconds? This is probably with CDR items. Alright. So, obviously he counters backline. He can cancel quite easily. Remember how in the past Grock was picked as a counter to Farsa because his wall could cancel Feathered Airstrike? He can now do that again. Countered by Kimmy Harley makes sense because... Wait, is he still vulnerable to magic? He is, because they said that his shield and his passive only gives physical defense. So he's still vulnerable to magic damage the same way that Suyo is. So he's definitely going to be weak to heroes like Kimi, since like they're already really annoying to deal with in lane. Probably Zhu Xin would be quite solid against Grock as well, but if you time your CC immunity correctly, you can avoid the pickup. I would imagine he also counters Farsa, works with any burst really, because he is similar to Tigreal Atlas where he sets up really nice.
Grock works well against heroes who cannot blink over his wall to escape his CC.
Look at that
such as
damage!
Gord and Layla.
He's a tank, by the way!
Magic damage heroes with blink who can kite him with relative ease, such as Kimi and Harley. Grock's ultimate is a powerful CC that covers a wide area, so he pairs well with
God,
mages
look at
like
that! You
Odette
can't even
and
move!
Farsa to maximize their AoE damage. In the early game, Grock can roam and gank, or invade the enemy jungle with his jungler to disrupt their farming routes.
There's a okay, wait, I was hoping to get this confirmation. Look at that. Look at this.
Gank, or invade the enemy
The airborne applies to jungle creeps.
jungle with his
And the skill 1 knockback
jungler to
also applies to jungle creeps. He can jungle. Oh my god.
disrupt their farming route. In mid to late game teamfights, use Grock's second skill to initiate by trapping the enemy. Then charge him with his ultimate to inflict massive AoE CC for your team to follow up on.
My god, look at
secure
this guy.
victory. The newly revamped Grock will arrive August 6th.
Damn, the Grave Guardian
He'll be
skin looked
30%
cool.
off during launch week, and his Grave Guardian, Castle Guard, Venom Monitor Lizard, and codename Rhino skins will also be 30%
I actually
off
have
the
most of
first
these
week
skins.
as well.
I have a
Stay
lot of
tuned for
Grock
the next
skins
revamp,
actually.
and we'll be seeing you
I will be
in
happy
the
to play
land
more of
dawn.
him. So Grock looks cool, I love his design, I love his skill revamps, but I actually wonder if he might be a bit OP. He actually does a lot of damage even on a tank build. I feel like he can probably go damage build, but you'll probably play him as more of a tank bruiser style, even if he goes into the jungle. Tons of CC immunity, seems pretty tanky, only really vulnerable to magic damage, but looks like he has really good base HP regardless. Very easy to activate passive since you just need to stand next to a wall. Really strong teamfight potential, good synergy with Badang and Guinevere, as well as any sort of like big AoE burst like Farsa, like they mentioned. I'm wondering if there's anything that I might be missing. But I'll probably figure it out once we try him out. I like it, I'm worried that it might be too strong. I can guarantee you he is meta, right? Because CC is always great. I mean, crowd control, not the hero. Crowd control is always great. CC immunity is always incredible, and he has so much of it, you know? So, yeah, Grock is going to be good. I will definitely play him. And I think he's going to be banned a lot. Yeah, alright, cool. That was the Grock Hero Spotlight right there, peeps. Good shit, good shit.